and then you go out and try to beat everybody else. And I believe the Raiders, like, statistically had like one of the worst running back numbers in the whole NFL.
They were
I
the
believe
worst
it's
in the
high.
league. Very
Okay.
worst.
I was like, I think it was pretty bad. So
Yep.
how are you feeling then day of draft? First day happens. I'm sure that you're probably like, cool, thank you. How did you feel though as the draft went on, seeing what Pete Carroll was doing with the draft picks? Because you guys had like 12 draft picks, I think.
11, yeah, worked out with 11. They
11.
started out with
Okay.
9 selections and they traded back a couple times and ended up with 11. So really, it's
Okay.
funny because they had a lot of holes that they needed to fill going into the draft. And I'll be honest with you, even in the first round, them being at number 6, I still didn't know where they were going. There was a lot of conversation with Jacksonville that the Jaguars were going to take Genty at 5 and not allow the Raiders to get him at 6. And maybe there was a team like the Bears that were going to trade up and go get him. So as I'm sitting in the media room in Green Bay, I'm waiting to see how this thing plays out. Jacksonville trades up to number 2, gets Travis Hunter. Then the Browns are on the clock at 5. And I was like, man, they need a running back too. That's what they always do is run. Genty would be
Yeah.
fantastic in Cleveland. Just because, again, I mean, they need a running game, and he's a great runner. So I thought there was a chance that the Browns would go and select him. When the Raiders got him at 6, it was like a big sigh of relief. Okay, the Raiders got their guy. That's their home run hitter. Now, what are they going to do? How are they going to get? What are they going to do in round 2? What are they going to do in round 3? So to be able to trade back multiple times before they even made their second selection, and then they end up with wide receiver Jack Bech out of TCU, and I think most people know his story and what happened with
Hmm.
his brother Tiger in New Orleans on New Year's when they had that terrorist attack on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
He's got a hell of a story, but he's also a hell of a player, right? So now
Hmm.
all of a sudden you've got this guy in the mix, and you're like, okay, well, you got a running back in round 1. Now you got a wide receiver, right? And then they go into round 3. They're looking at the defensive side of the ball. They go and get a long, lengthy cornerback from Iowa State that Pete Carroll, that's right up his alley, right? If that doesn't scream, the Legion of Boom, I don't know what
Yeah,
does,
I
right? I
was
mean,
gonna
that's
say.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
look, I mean, 6'4" and runs got great speed, like 4.3, 4.4 speed, like that's fantastic. So then all of a sudden it's like, all right, well, that's going to Pete Carroll's side of the ball. Now he wants the defense, and then they go back and get a couple offensive linemen before round 3 is over. They had 5 picks in the top 100. So, I mean, I'm leaving day 2 of the draft like, wow, the Raiders just got 5 picks knocked out in 3 rounds. And I'm walking around the media room to the people that I see all the time, my colleagues that normally say, what the hell are the Raiders doing, Q? To this time they're saying, hey man, these guys are having a really good draft. Your team is having a really good draft.